We build basic skills with drills that let us pause at key moments to examine our movements and breathing, improve sensory awareness, and make adjustments that maximize efficiency. As the parts get better, so does the whole stroke. The smoothest way to move from part to whole is to segue from foundation drills with pauses to advanced drills that teach flowing and rhythmic movement. Lesson 5 helps you organize that transition. This transition has a dual focus. 1. Progress from interrupted breathing and rotation to a highly comfortable breathing position to rhythmic and continuous breathing, in which your drill breathing is just like whole stroke breathing. 2. Progress from deliberate and examined drill cycles that allow time to visualize and imprint critical positions to rhythmic and continuous drill cycles that prepare you for fluent whole stroke swimming. As in lessons 1 to 4, you'll also segue smoothly from learning new skills in drills to integrating them in whole stroke. Review the last drill from lesson 4, interrupted switches with interrupted breathing, to hone key skills before introducing new ones. When you pause at your goggles, visualize the target you'll spear to. After spearing, check that your still relaxed hand is at its target and that you're aligned, fingers to toes, on the track. Relax and review key points as you breathe, and use your high hip to drive your hand to its fingers down catch. If you need more air or more time, review interrupted breathing. Rotate smoothly around your head-spine line, letting your hand float across and up. Rotate just as cleanly back down to off your stomach with your hand hanging. Bubble steadily from your nose as you rotate. Stay streamlined at all times. Continuous switches prepare you for whole stroke rhythms, but practice them slowly. At first, practice just 4 to 5 switches, leaving out breathing. Gradually eliminate the pause at your goggles. Continue spearing along wide tracks and align your whole body with the lead arm. Focus on a patient lead hand. Switch only as the other hand passes your goggles. Holding the water while moving past it with hip drive saves energy and increases power. When every switch feels coordinated, add breathing again to practice more of them. Interrupted breathing will help you maintain timing. Are your switches as smooth and controlled after the first breath as before it? And again after your second breath? If so, carry on. Can you keep your lead hand relaxed and patient during continuous movement? And breathe with a briefer interruption? Before combining continuous breathing and continuous switches, it's best to master the new breathing skills alone. Holding a relaxed hand at its target, rehearse breathing with one goggle underwater and your mouth just at the surface. Bubble between breaths. Keeping the lead hand on its track as you breathe will be a key skill. Mindfully imprint that here. Then practice in skating position. First, move your head only partway to air. With one goggle just under the surface, keep your hand relaxed on its wide track. Rotate your head on the spine line. Bubble continuously. When you turn just far enough to breathe, you may notice your hand moves too. At least keep it hanging with fingers down. As you practice, mindfully control your shoulder rotation. Bubble steadily, and always return to off your stomach with hand on track. A key difference from interrupted breathing will be no longer moving your hand across and up. Instead, you'll keep it on track with fingers down. Start with infrequent breathing. At least 3 switches between breaths. Avoid breaking rhythm as you breathe. Get a bite of air with head barely turned and flow seamlessly back into switching. Keep a patient lead hand on every switch, especially during your breath. Focus on a rhythm that flows just as smoothly while you breathe as between breaths. Notice how my relaxed hands go to the same target every time, and linger at that target during the breath. Mastering this takes patient, targeted practice. Introduce every cycle breathing with unhurried movements and short repeats like the 3 breath cycles I practice here. On every switch, line up your body rhythmically, keep a patient lead hand, and flow smoothly down the pool. Seamless rhythm, not getting there, is your goal. Grabbing a quick bite of air as the surface closes over your mouth is a high-level breathing skill. Can you do this with only part of your mouth out? Mastering this will greatly increase your efficiency in the drill, but even more in whole stroke. Bring the skills mastered in spear switch to whole stroke, starting with just 3 strokes as shown here. An interrupted breath before you start stroking will give you time for mental prep. Extend your hand and align your body on the track while switching. Continue doing that with each stroke. Drive your relaxed hand to a fingers down target on each switch. Hit that same target on every stroke. Stroking only 3 times makes it easier to avoid error. Practice short segments repeatedly to memorize effective movements. When 3 strokes go well, add a second cycle of 3. And perhaps transition to continuous breathing as you do. Be satisfied to add 1 high-skilled cycle of 3 strokes at a time. Don't go to the end of the pool just to get there. Set a pattern on your drill cycles. Maintain it on your first 3 strokes. Repeat skilled movement on all the strokes you take. Short segments teach you faster because you never practice error.